Topping our news this half hour, summit scrapped. President Trump calling off what would have been an historic sit-down with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un next month. The president drew the line, citing what he called tremendous anger and open hostility from North Korea. Officials in Pyongyang, on the other hand, say they're still very willing to meet anytime in any format. Joining me now is White House Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley. Hogan, what was the final straw for the president? Was it the fact that we had an advance team from the U.S. that went to Singapore and our counterparts from North Korea didn't show up?
I wouldn't say there was one final straw, Dagan. I would say there were several factors. Obviously, when the North Koreans told us they wanted to meet, they laid out several things that they would do if we agreed to meet with them. One of those was denuclearize. One of those was not complain when we had military exercises with South Koreans. They didn't do that. As you know, they complained about that. They issued a severe statement against our vice president. They also threatened nuclear war. There were several factors that led to the president pulling out of this summit. But look, he was clear yesterday. This is bad for North Korea, who is under serious poverty right now. They have issues in their own country. It's bad for the world. A denuclearized North Korea is safer for America. It's safer for the rest of the world, definitely our partners and allies around the world as well. And so, look, the president here, he made the right call, as he always does. I will say it is kind of funny, because when the president decided to meet with Kim Jong-un, you'll remember the Democrats said it's a win for Kim Jong-un. Now the president says he's going to pull out of the talks, and all of a sudden it's still a win for Kim Jong-un. It's ridiculous, the politicizing of this negotiation, this potential summit. The president wants to keep Americans safe. This summit would have done that. But as he said all along, he was clear-eyed in this process. He knew what he wanted to accomplish. That was denuclearization. And if Kim Jong-un didn't want to do it, he was going to back away, and that's what he did. Was the White House too hasty, though, in so quickly agreeing to this meeting without more advanced planning, without more work on what Kim was saying to individuals in China, for example, of what exactly that the North Korean regime was willing to give up? Because, as you know, historically, it was they wanted carrots first, and we were never going to do that. Well, we didn't. I mean, think about what we've already got in this process. We had 3 people, American citizens, who were detained in North Korea. We got them back. The president said that was a good faith effort. But listen, when North Korea comes to the table and says it wants to denuclearize, and it sets the parameters of all the things it's going to give up, and this president, this country has to give up nothing, who wouldn't run to the table and say, let's have a discussion, let's try and move some of this goodwill forward into actually coming forth with action? Listen, Kim Jong-un, the North Korean regime, for a long time has been heavy on rhetoric but light on results. That's what this president said. We understand the rhetoric. I'm clear-eyed in this situation, the president commented, because we know they've done this in the past. The real test was, would the rubber meet the road? Would they actually come through with the promises they made? They didn't. The president, in a prudent manner, stepped away from the table. And look, the potential for talks are still there. Just because we're not there now doesn't mean we can't get there in the future. But right now, at this moment, Kim Jong-un, people at the highest level have not communicated with our government, and so we're stepping back.
Well, Hogan, President Trump did say that we will continue with maximum pressure, the maximum pressure campaign against the North. But in terms of the diplomatic work that still has to be done, especially when it comes to denuclearization, are we planning additional measures to put pressure on North Korea with our allies or even individually?
Well, I'm not going to get ahead of any announcement, but the maximum pressure campaign, as you just mentioned, it is working. That's what opened up these plans for talks in the first place. So it remains to be seen how Kim Jong-un is going to respond to this. You read some of the statement. He said he's still willing to talk. The president said he's willing to talk, too. But the only 2 people that are going to make this decision, Kim Jong-un and the president himself. So if those talks aren't going to continue at the highest levels, the president's not going to waste his time dealing with people who can't actually make the decision in the area.